Hi. Hey guys. Hey. So, you guys are getting an exclusive look today. An exclusive look on the Michaela Pink channel. This is likely going to be a Uh-oh. This is likely going to be a what are we calling this? This video is going to go away after this. After this video is probably going to go away and it will appear someone else. Something is wrong with the mic. You guys are helping me, okay? Yes, we're live. Yes, there's probably going to be a lot of people on here. But I want you guys to give me feedback as far as the audio and if you can hear and all of that. But if it's like staticky, let me know. Let me know because it was kind of staticky when I tested it. Just a little static. Sounds bad. Okay. Okay. So, y'all can see the big old microphone. Try to rig up and hold up. Hang on. Oh, it stopped. Oh, you guys can hear. Okay, I will just hold it here then. Okay. Okay. Let Pastor get her nerves together. This is a big day, guys, for Pastor. So thank you for your patience and thank y'all for helping me. There you go. Okay. So today we are going to talk about why you will never be an alpha female. Why you will never be an alpha female. And I got this idea for this topic because this whole alpha idea, this whole, women are equal to men thing, you guys know I talk about this often, and that there should be separation. There should be some separation. And there should be men have their lane and we have our lane, right? And so it was brought to my attention that a lot of ladies are getting into this whole alpha female thing. So I wanted to talk about this topic. So first things first. First things first, as you guys know, I have said this on my channel before, but I don't believe that women are alpha anything. That's my first point. I do not believe that women are alpha anything. I think that alpha, just the word itself, implies masculinity. And since most of us live in patriarchal societies, as I've said before, we've been told that the man is the most powerful. We've, become accustomed to being a part of patriarchies and going along with what they want us to go along with and doing and being under almost like servitude to a man. We get paid less. We get, thank you. You just liked the video. Thank you. We get paid less. We are a lot of times thought about in ways that are subservient to men. But I contend, as I always have on my channel, that women are just as powerful, if not more, than men. And I'm not talking about like physical strength or anything like that, but I'm talking about in terms of the differences in our strength. Men are, of course, physically stronger than women. It's, it goes without saying. Like, even, I mean, you do have bodybuilder women and things like that, but as a whole, men are going to be stronger than women. And that's just kind of the nature of the thing. So I feel like getting rid of this idea that there is an alpha female is a good starting point, because alpha implies physical strength. And even the strongest of women, hear me now, even the strongest of women, her physical strength pales in comparison to even the most beta male. Now, of course, you have situations where, like, a woman would be, in defense of herself and her children. You have situations where, if I'm trying to get a car off of my baby, then of course, women can find supernatural strength. You do have bodybuilder women and things like that. But the whole idea of alpha female needs to go away. I don't want to be compared to a man in any kind of way, any sort of capacity. I don't. I I welcome the fact that there are differences, and that maybe we get a little more leeway as far as our physical strength and what we can and cannot do, right? So the so that's my first point. Like, this whole idea needs to kind of die and go away as far as I'm concerned, because I believe and I know that there are differences. So if you're on my email list, you've heard about the Deacon's Birthday Bundle, and it was comprised of my Femininity course and also my Into the Mind of the Man course, where you can see the differences in the strengths of men and the strengths of women. So I wanted to offer both of those for less than the cost of one of them. That's still going on until Friday. So we're those two courses you get in a bundle when you sign up for the Deacon Birthday Bundle. So I'm sure the moderators are going to drop that as we go along and we keep, talking about this. Also, I watched a video this past weekend, you guys, and it's called it was on Netflix. Let me Google it. One moment. It was American Horror Story or American Next Door or something like that. Who knows what I'm talking about? Who knows what I'm talking about? And it was about a lady. Let's see. American Murder. American Murder. Yes. American Murder, The Family Next Door is what I watched this past weekend. Y'all know I love a little murder mystery. I love a murder mystery. And yes, Mr. Chris Watts. Mr. Chris Watts was the murderer in this story. So basically, it was a story of this woman who had these children with this man, and they were having issues in their marriage, right? But as we've discussed on the Michaela Pink channel, married people live a lie. Married people live a lie. A lot of married people live a lie. I don't want to say that all of them do, because some people are living the fairy tale life and all of that stuff, but they be lying. They be lying. Sorry, y'all. This lady was all over social media. Oh, my husband is so wonderful. He's so great. Every time they did something, she was very like, oh, I got to post it. Do this for the girls and do that for the girls. And hang on, let me take a picture. Let me do this. Let me do that. She admitted, okay, that she was in control of her household. She even said, I'm pretty sure that, I put my husband down and I made him feel less than a man, blah, 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 blah. So somebody says, so? I'm glad this is recorded. Anyway, so what I mean by that is she admittedly said that she was the alpha female. She was the alpha in her relationship. He's so sweet. He's so kind. Let me get up because I did take some notes while I was watching this because I was like, oh, this is super good material. So she basically admitted that she ran all over her husband. Anything she said, he always agreed with it. They never argued. They never had any of, none of that. So I say that to say, even the most alpha female pales in comparison as far as physical strength to a man. That's why I'm highlighting this story. Her husband murdered her and her 2 baby girls, and she was pregnant. Okay. Yes, he was cheating on her. He did all of that. And I'm not victim shaming or any of that. I'm just using the fact that she admitted that she put her husband down a lot. He always did what she said. In the video, they showed instances where she was being mean with him or cross with him. And then all of a sudden, oh, now he's a killer, right? And it was really odd that he was totally out of character, had never ever been a part of any sort of violent activity, no criminal history, but he murdered his whole entire family. Crazy, 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 crazy. So I say that to say, you can take on that role if you want to, You can take on that role if you want to be Miss Alpha. I control everything. I control my house. But understand that men are predators. Women are also predatory, but the strength of a man is there's no comparison. There's no comparison. So you have to be very, very careful when dealing with men with fragile egos, with, whatever type of mental issue that he probably has, things like that, because you never know. You never know. She said that she had was going through a very difficult time when she met him. She was going through a very difficult time when she met him. Her first marriage, I guess, had ended, and she was just so upset about it. And then he comes into her life, right? So I may do a video just about this. I may do a video specifically about that story because that is deep. It's deep, and I think we could benefit from it. We could benefit. Yes, Shanann and Chris Watts were their names, or are their names. So yeah, that's what I wanted to say about that for the purpose of this. It was very interesting to watch because, and it's crazy that we have stuff like this on TV to watch. It's crazy that we watch stuff about people murdering their entire families, and we do this as entertainment. And this is like a real life story. Like, this lady really did die, and we're like, that's so interesting. Kind of morbid, yes, but I thought it was good context for what what we're talking about now. So, a man can't handle being emasculated, someone says. Some men walk away and cheat, and some emotionally insecure men kill. Very, very true. Why do I think he murdered them? I don't know him, and I don't know them, so I can't answer that question. Again, I don't know the victim, and I don't know, anything about their background or anything like that, so I can't speak to that. But I mentioned that at this point that the alpha female is no comparison to the even to a beta male. I laugh when people say, oh, I'm an alpha female and blah, blah, blah. But we're going to get into that because there are celebrities that whenever this is talked about, people usually highlight women like Rihanna. Rihanna is thought of as an alpha female. Beyonce is thought of as an alpha female, right? These women are very intelligent. They're very unique. Their styles are like nobody else. They, are authentic. So we think, they go They have their own thought processes. They have their own businesses. They're running things. They're secure. So they're seen as alpha females. But I say that even though they are considered alpha females, they're still very feminine. The fact that you're a woman would make you feminine, not an alpha. Beta. It makes you beta, basically. The What I say that an alpha female would be the most feminine woman in the room when it pertains to women. That's what my next point. You can be the alpha, so to speak. You can be the queen. Let's talk about queendom. I mentioned this yesterday or whatever day I did a video. Let's talk about queendom. Okay. Queens are very regal. They're very unique. Not everybody can be a queen. They are, intelligent a lot of times. They run kingdoms, so they have to be intelligent. I've been told that I am an alpha female, and I'm always like, no, 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 I'm not. Just because I do speak my mind. I do. I do have original thoughts. I'm not really a follower, though, there are others on this platform that share similar ideas than me. I think that my approach is unique, and so it's not like queendom is different. Being a queen is different than being an alpha female. Alpha implies that you're strong in your physical body and that you will kill, maim, and whatever the case may be to get what you need out of whatever situation it is, right? So that's my interpretation of alpha. So when considering a woman among women, right? A queen among queens. A lot of times you can always tell who the queen is in the room. You can always tell who the queen is. The queen is not embarrassed by anything. She's not shy. The queen is not, going to the beat of anyone else's drum. The queen is, everyone's catering to her. Everybody's making sure that she's comfortable. She is the one who people listen to. She's the one that amongst women, there's always going to be a standout. There will always, always, always be a standout when women are among other women, right? So, yes, you can be a queen among queens, but that's totally different than being an alpha female. Yes, a lot of other ladies in the group, in the crowd, in the whatever the case may be, would follow her. They emulate her. They want to know, where did you get this? And, oh, I love your lashes. Or, oh man, that's a beautiful dress. And how did you do this? And blah, blah, blah. Lots of the other women in the collective emulate the queen, right? So you can always tell the queen among queens, but amongst men and in a different setting where there is a collective of people, there will always be the alpha man and the woman, always. So, yeah. And again, I have been, like I said, I have been considered and told, even on this channel, that I'm an alpha female. I mean, I wrote a book and I gave it a very special name to me. I wrote a book and I called it The Holy Bible for some of our new pinkettes. Yes, don't forget to like the video. I wrote a book called The Holy Bible, right? And I wrote that book and I refused to change the title, which means that most likely it will never go to a publisher. I would have to probably add more to it. But anyway, it'll likely never go to a publisher. That takes a lot of courage. I've been called courageous on this channel, um, and different things because I don't really. It doesn't take a lot to sway me. I'm not afraid of anyone or anything. I say what most people would never, ever, ever say. You know, some people may think it, but they certainly wouldn't say it, and they definitely wouldn't act on most of the things I say. You guys know this to be true. Miss Infinite Goddess said that she doesn't see that in me. I don't see it either. I'm very feminine, but I don't most of the time I'm emulated as opposed to being the one who is doing the emulating. I run my own businesses and things like that, but I don't lead with that when I'm in communication with people. Like most people don't even know how I'm doing what I'm doing. Most people don't know. So, it is what it is. I'm glad that you don't see that from me because I really don't want to ever portray that. I wouldn't want to be seen as an alpha female, but in discussions and talks, even for this video, um, even for this video, it was mentioned that, yeah, of course you are, So, but thank you. Thank you for that. Hang on. I feel like being and standing in the fact that I have very high standards, like really, really high. I have high standards for myself, but I also have high standards for everybody that's in my circle, for the men that I date, for the members of my team. I have extremely high standards. So since I do have high standards, and since I live in such a way and present myself to the world in such a way, I feel like this is why there's a high desirability for me. I'm speaking about me specifically because I can only use myself as a point of reference. But I feel like this is why I've been able to be successful with men the way that I have, because I don't have I'm not easily swayed. I have very strong boundaries, and they're healthy boundaries. Most people are can be swayed in some kind of way. If you just keep asking, then they'll give in and say yes. If you keep pushing and pushing, they'll give in and say yes. But I don't believe that to be true about myself. I know it's not. I mean, if I change my mind or I change my opinion, it's likely going to be because of something that I've decided, not because of information that was given to me. And also, like, I've even been told by some of the guys I date, like, I knew as soon as I saw you that I had to bring my A game, right? I knew I had to bring my A game. I knew I couldn't just come in half stepping and be like, telling you any and every little story. I knew that I had to be intentional, and I knew that, you weren't going to accept less than the best. So, and that sets me apart, I think, from a lot of people who don't want to seem high maintenance. They don't want to see, rock the boat. I don't want to be the one that's causing all the trouble. I just want to blend in. But I've never been that way. I've never been that way. So, you really, is that just because of the way I look? Yeah. I walk with confidence. I speak with confidence. I don't I'll talk to anybody. That takes a lot of guts. It takes a lot of guts to talk to people who may not, who are maybe shy and withdrawn. I will literally talk to anybody. So I think it does have something to do with my looks, but it's more my energy. It's more like when I walk in the room, I'm not afraid of anyone. I'm not afraid to talk to people. I'm not afraid to go sit at a table with strangers. I'm not afraid to, if I have a thought about something and it's in a, business type setting, I'm not afraid to ask for help and be like, oh, you guys know more about this than I do. In the presence of men, I'm always not the alpha. But in the presence of women, if stuff needs to get done, I'm the organizer. If we need to go somewhere, this is where we're going. I'm the decision maker. I'm the one who's usually leading the pack, So yeah, but I think that the way I look may play a role in that, but I think it's more of my energy. Because you can be a beautiful, beautiful woman and and not be the standout, not be the queen. You can be a beautiful woman, but not be the queen. Oh, there we go. There we go. Sorry about that. Y'all can hear me, huh? Yes, yes. Okay, I'm back. Okay. So, yeah. So I think that's what it is, for the most part. You know, y'all know YouTube has been tripping on my channel. um, and this is another point. This is another point. You have to get into the mind of a man to be a true queen, right? You have to get into the mind of a man in order to be a true queen. Why do I say this? I say this, hang on just a minute, guys. I say this because as a woman, right, I know my role, I know my space, I know my place, so to speak. And I'm only using these words because I don't really have any other words to use. But among men, I understand that I am not the most powerful one, especially with strength, right? So I use something else other than my physical strength when I am in the presence of men. If there is a whole fleet of men and let's say they're talking about golf or, Tiger Woods or whoever's playing golf and stuff, I don't go and interject myself into their conversations. If I'm in a business meeting with a bunch of men, I am likely not the one talking. I will wait until they shoot ideas and back and forth and no, it's going to cost this and no, we need this. And, I thought this project was running late and blah, blah. I'll let them go on and on and on. At the end of the day, though, guess who is the decision maker? Guess who the decision maker is? Uh-oh. Uh-oh, guys. Hang on. I think I have a virus or something on my computer because this computer does all kind of stuff. Like, hang on. We're going to edit this part. Sorry. What the crap? Okay. Sorry. I don't know. Let me close this computer down. Anyway, so yeah, I know that I'm going to be the decision maker at the end of the day. I let them do all whatever they want to do, and I'm still going to be the decision maker. So you have to understand masculinity and be comfortable with it in order to be a true queen. If you are in a room full of men and it makes you uncomfortable and afraid, you're definitely not standing in your queendom. Everybody can be the queen of their own world, right? You can be the queen in your world. I can be the queen in my world. It just is what it is. But if you're not standing in that and you are not, fully aware of yourself as a woman, then it's going to be hard for you to relate and be in the presence of men. So that's why I harp so much on femininity. That's why I harp so much on gender roles and things like that, because it's lost in our society today. It really is lost. It's lost in the fact that men and women the lines are being very blurred right now. The lines are being blurred and men are being very feminine and women are being very masculine. Yes, because we have to. Yes, men are leaving us with families to raise and things like that. But it really doesn't have to be that way. What is my definition of a woman and man? A woman has a vagina and a man has a penis. That's the definition. That's all you really need. You don't need much more than that. It is what it is. Yeah, so somebody had a question. Miss Rawad had a question. My beloved Mickey, is being agreeable part of femininity, and how to balance between displaying your confidence in a setting and at times, at the same time, not um, not lose the femininity and be agreeable and submissive. So yes, being agreeable is a very feminine trait. It is. Being not necessarily going along with, but you don't want to have to what's the word? Somebody said this, I believe it was in the course Emotional Mastery that we just completed. Somebody mentioned the fact that you can be agreeable and not be a pushover, right? So I'm going to agreeing with you is different than everything, it's fine. You just do whatever you want. I set the standard. What restaurant do you want to go to? Oh, I want to go here. You can be the decision maker and still be agreeable. You know, it's very, I believe it is a lost art, but that's why I teach courses the way I do. That's why I structured the courses the way I do and shared the information the way I do, because clearly it is not being taught. I was literally taught to be the woman that I am today. I got very structured lessons that I didn't even think they were lessons, but I was guided into femininity by a man. So that's why I think it comes so naturally for me, because when you get it from the source, it makes it a little more credible. And even moms could teach their daughters about femininity, but if your mom is not in the presence of a man, it's hard to act fully in your feminine essence when there is not a counterpart there, right? So if there's not a balance there, it's hard to navigate femininity. That's why a lot of women who don't have their fathers around and things like that, they have a hard time relating to men, because femininity is literally activated in the presence of masculinity, and vice versa. I think a man is going to be a man anyway, but I think it's different in terms of the way that women are. Yeah. So who has questions? Is the audio still good? Are y'all hearing all that popping? Are y'all hearing the noises now? No? Who has questions? How can we become a queen like you, Mickey? Well, how come that's a good question. So a queen does not. So there are certain things that I do as a woman that I don't do as a woman. And I literally would never even do, like, I don't ever go outside with no makeup. I never go outside with no makeup. I never allow anyone to see me as unkempt, right? In the presence of a man, I'm never loud, opinionated, boisterous, cursing, joking back and forth. There's just certain things that you do not do as a queen. I'm not, I make sure that there is, that I'm served, basically. So I treat myself like a princess. I have spa days regularly, and, nail shop, which I haven't been. Haven't been in a while. But there's certain things that you just really do not do as a queen. And you have to be self-confident. That's like almost the number one thing. You have to be confident in yourself and have strong boundaries, I think. I'm never swayed in my boundaries. If I say no, I mean no. From my children to everyone else in my life. No means no. And my yes means yes. If I tell you I'm going to do something, and I will go to the ends of the earth just to make it happen. My no means no, and my yes means yes. So I think that's a good one. How to stop being controlling and dominant with guys if it comes naturally to you. So it doesn't, Patricia. Being controlling and dominant is a very masculine trait. So if that's something that you're doing, it's because you're very insecure. How you can stop is you can literally stop being controlling when you recognize that you don't control anything or anyone but yourself. You don't. You cannot control a grown man. If you're again, also, everybody, please go watch American Murder or whatever it is, The Family Next Door. Go watch it. Go watch it. That movie, just that movie alone, will give you a little pause in your spirit. I think every now and again, story time. Who wants story time? Story time. So Pastor is very headstrong. Pretty headstrong I am. I'm pretty, I want my way. And when I say it is, that's exactly what it is. So when that's the case, and you get in the presence of an alpha male, he sometimes will bring you down a couple notches. I told you guys that I've been in an abusive relationships. And I know that it was because I was being totally out of character. I was being way, 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 way masculine. I earned a lot of the stuff that happened to me. And because if somebody was to be the way that I was with them, I would probably do the same thing. Not saying I'm talking about myself specifically. So I'm not saying that women deserve whatever the case is, but I know I did. So, but in the presence of an alpha will make you come all the way back. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. I definitely did. If you slap somebody in their face because they don't do what you want them to do, ma'am, you deserve to be slapped back. You totally do. You cannot just slap someone in their face and expect that they're not going to hit you back. You can't. When you put yourself there, you have to take the consequences, So it is what it is. And anybody that doesn't believe that is the reason why I'm making this video. Because you can say, oh, well, he's a man, he shouldn't hit her back. But why is it that women can just act all out of control and overly emotional, and then men are just supposed to accept that? I digress. But yeah, I know I did, baby. Your voice is loud. How do you control your voice pitch? How to practice having slow, soft voice? Easy. Practice having a low, soft voice. Your voice is not loud. Nobody wakes up screaming. Nobody wakes up screaming. Nobody wakes up loud. That can be easily, like I can whisper like this. You know how Mariah Carey talks when she talks like this? The softer you talk, the more people will listen to you, the more people will hear you. That's easy. If you really learn that a loud woman is very disagreeable, if you learn that an alpha female is very disagreeable, you're in contention with the man. Once you really figure that out, you're going to stop doing it. You're going to stop doing it. It just is what it is. Unless you want to continue being undesirable. That's not my goal. Once you figure out that those traits are undesirable for a man, and if you are trying to attract a man, it will become easier for you to not do that. If a man is always asking what you want to do and where you want to go, does that make him feminine for not leading in that regard? No. In some cases, it could be that he is being subservient. Maybe he wants to make sure that you're always satisfied, And you can, even say, well, why don't you choose this time? I chose last time. Now it's your turn. He's trying to be agreeable with you, not necessarily feminine. Y'all, my hair, excuse me, this wig is not, I didn't lay my wig down. Did not. I didn't, because we're concentrating on the audio. So, yeah. That's why I didn't. Sorry. Hang on, y'all. I get it, but I wouldn't slap a little kid because they slapped me, because I know that I'm 50 times stronger than them. But I do get what you're saying. Okay. How to deal with toxic masculinity? Because I'm young and some men don't think I know my value. You don't. You don't know your value, Miss Alana, if you are even in the presence of toxic anything. So your statement itself is contradictory. Why would you want to deal with toxic anything? I am a queen. I am the queen. The queen does not deal with toxicity. Peasants do. The queen will make sure someone else deals with that. I don't. I don't even know what toxic masculinity is at this point. I don't deal with that. So that's how you deal with it. You don't. But if the man doesn't know how to lead, if he doesn't know how to lead, then he can't be in the presence of a queen. A queen, I'm not going to entertain that at all. I don't deal with beta men at all. If that's the case, I'll get a bunch of girlfriends. Mickey, also a good point is that women need to stop dealing with beta men. Being around feminine men will make you masculine as a woman. Absolutely. Being around a beta man will make, somebody has to lead. Somebody has to be in the masculine role. And if he is not, that will make you naturally in that role. That's just prime example of the video I did the other night. Oh, he has roommates. Should I still be with him? Why are you with a man who cannot sustain himself? And he is 3 decades old. Unacceptable. You should never be in the presence of a man who feels like that's acceptable. If you stop being around beta men, then you won't have to be in the presence. You don't have to act masculine. Beta men don't deserve families. We're writing. Beta men do not deserve families or anything. They definitely don't deserve PP. If y'all stop giving your PP to these weak men, there wouldn't be any more. There would be none. Do you think it's possible to drastically raise the standard overnight, or would we have to work our way up? What do you mean by drastically change the standard? I think if you started out in a low maintenance, 50-50, you're masculine and all of that, relationship, you're going to have to continue. You can't change the game in the middle. If you don't want to be that anymore, then don't be that. But you're going to have to change it with someone else. You're going to have to change it with someone else. Yeah. That was a good question. Okay. Anybody else have a question? How can you tell if a man is alpha or beta? That's easy. The one who takes the lead. That's easy. You know an alpha male. You know. He's not the one. He's, Mr. Moneybags. He's a standout in the crowd. He's, I think that one's kind of self-explanatory, honestly. Just saying. Like, it's so natural to me to recognize the alpha that it's hard for me to explain exactly what it is. But Mickey, please read. I met someone and I was wondering if I could make him a non-romantic sugar daddy because he is 45 years older than me. But I know he is generous. Can it be done? You can do exactly what you want to do, Miss Cassandra. Exactly what you want to do. There was a lady, go back to my last video. There was a woman who was 27 or 29, something like that, and she was living with a married man. This married man asked her to basically play host to his wife and their adult children who were the same age as her. Again, I did a video this week or, within the last 7 days. My ego would not allow me to be played by a man who is 45 years older than me. No. My ego would never allow me to be played by a man who is that old. If you date somebody 45 years older than you, you need to expect to be mind fucked on a regular basis. He's going to get in your head and he is going to run rampant with your thoughts. He's going to have you thinking you're crazy. He's going to have you thinking, his opinions and his thoughts are law. And you can't blame anybody but yourself, because you know that if someone has been in existence for almost 50 years longer than you, this man was a senior citizen when you got here, ma'am. He's middle-aged. How do you think you're going to work that out? He's literally middle-aged. No, but I don't want to kiss him or anything. He is older than my mother. That's what I meant by not romantic. Yeah. Okay, try it. Try it. Try it. Go right ahead. You don't believe fat meat is greasy? Like my grandma used to say, go do it. Go do it. The last video was the one with the man that was older than her children with the same. I think it was. You don't have to go to every fight you're invited to. I think that's what it was. Okay. Is it true about men hitting their financial stride when they are in their 30s? No. My son is a teenager and he makes more money than most adults that I know. So no, that's not true. This is 2020. That was true back in the day when people, depended on a job for their wealth. But now people are creating their own jobs and they're making unlimited earning potential. So you have 24-year-olds who are multimillionaires. By the time my son is 20 something, he's definitely going to be a multimillionaire if he keeps along the same lines. So absolutely not. Nope. In 2020, that's no longer the case. Good question, though. Good question. Yay, you finally caught me live. Yay. Hey, Miss Keisha. What age gap do you advise? No more than like 10 years. No more than 10 years. If he was in high school the same time you were in high school, that's a good age range, I guess. But you have to think about it. As long as he looks older than you, you're fine. As long as he looks older than you or worse than you, you're fine. If you can't look better than a man you're trying to be with, don't be with him. Simple as that. I just feel like you can date way older if you're paid for one and if you really got game. You don't have game, ma'am. Hello, Miss Batty. What's your name? Fakiti? Miss Batty Fakiti. Explain something to you, baby. Let me come closer to the mic. If you feel like you have to have game in order to get an old, decrepit ass man, you're delusional. It takes zero game to get your daddy. None. Takes no game. That's why y'all want to be with these old men, because you know they're easy. That's why. No game, zero. You have zero, zero. Somebody say zero. You have zero game if an old man is your target. Period. It is what it is. How do we get our mental into the queendom space? Be selfish. Become selfish, and you will be a queen. Always, always, always think and act for yourself. Everything is about me. Everything. And if it's not about me, oh, you don't have to do that, baby. I'm finna block you. If it's not about me, then I don't do it. Then I don't do it. So that's how you stand in your queendom. Become selfish. Self-full, as I say. Y'all like the sound? Good, 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 good. Would I date down in age? No. No, I would not. Mm-mm. Mickey, I know you said men have emotions like women. How do you deal with an alpha male opening up to you emotionally without looking like you're mothering him by being sympathetic? You're not, if you know he's an alpha, if this man is making, let's say, $65 million a year, he is an alpha, period. He's an alpha. If he is a very high earner, he's automatically an alpha. Do you know what it takes to earn multi-million dollars? You have to be an alpha. So the fact that he's opening up to you is a good thing, because he most likely is not opening up to a lot of people, because alphas are not afforded these opportunities. Most people think, oh, he's strong, he got it. I don't have to, give him an opportunity to open up because he doesn't need it. But that's not the case. That's not the case. Men have emotions. You can think, oh, well, you can think different of him because of it, but that's why you're going to continue to lose. That's why you'll continue to lose. I'm telling you. What's the best way to turn down a marriage proposal? Say no. I'm the queen. I don't owe anyone an explanation. I don't want to marry you. Are we still here? Yep. Don't forget to like the video. Y'all put thumbs up or something in the chat if we're still here. Does executive C suite level are alphas, right? Like not entrepreneurs or business. If he's earning a lot of money, then he's an alpha. He's an alpha if he's earning a lot of money. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Good. 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 So we're still here. Okay. So yeah. I think it's worth it to watch that video. It's worth it to consider the wording of the alpha female, and then to act or not accordingly. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Am I responsible if I make a woman fall in love with me without even me like noticing? I don't know. I've never had a woman fall in love with me. Again, I speak on topics that I know about, so I don't know. But you're not responsible for the actions of another person. No. But what if he has a lot of money but no good character? Again, you don't have to go to every fight you're invited to. Just because this man has money and he's giving it to you does not mean you have to continue seeing him. Mickey, you have shown me so much about myself that will change its course for the better. Thank you. Aw, thank you. Oh, I'm sorry, I can't talk loud. Thank you, Miss Melissa. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thanks so much. What if they start talking about prenups? Let me know when you get there, Miss Michelle. When you get there, we can discuss it then. The chances of most of the people in this chat even dating people who want a prenup is very, very low. So that's probably not something you need to even worry about, honestly. But there's always ways around everything, for sure. Mickey, what do you think about getting money from an older family friend, even though we obviously don't do anything? It is what it is, you know. If you, it, I don't see why this person being a family friend would be any different. I don't date, talk to, entertain. I'm never around. The only people that I am around who are older men are men who I'm doing business with. If I'm not doing business with him, most likely this man is thinking of me as a romantic partner, and I will not entertain someone that's that much older than me. Simple. I don't care if it's a family friend or what. I don't date way older men. I've said this on this channel. When I'm an old lady, I don't want an old man. When I become an old lady, I'm gonna turn in the man that I have and get a newer version. So when I'm old, I don't even want an old man. Sorry. That's y'all. That's everybody that wants an old man. That is your lane, baby, and I'm glad to give that to you for sure. Y'all will never see me with no old man. Oh no, Mickey. Oh, yeah. So that's the video. Let's squash this whole alpha female label, and let's give ourselves labels of queens or something else. I don't know what the other word could be, because queen is super overused too. Oh, you're a queen. But I disagree with that as well, because just because you're a woman doesn't make you a queen, you know? So yeah. Mickey, are men, oh, I keep going back to that. Help, my husband helps me out. My husband helps me out more around the house instead of giving me more money. If you have a man who enjoys housework, you likely have married a beta male. Again, I don't have experience with that, so I don't know how to help you. I would definitely be divorced. That's just me. It is what it is. I don't want a man who's doing housework. I want a man who can pay for a maid, because I'm not doing that either. I'm not doing housework either. So, yeah. Can't relate. Why do men go after females, which I hate that term too, females? Why do men go after women who are way younger than them? Because they look better with a younger woman. Nobody wants an old lady, and nobody wants an old man. Simple. Younger women are more attractive. That's why I always say, don't waste the pretty. There you go. So, that's the video. Let's get rid of the alpha female label and call it something else. I don't know what name we can call it, but I would prefer not to be called an alpha female. I'll be the princess. Maybe one day I'll be the queen. But in the meantime, I don't want to be an alpha female. And I think that once we get rid of this idea and get rid of the equality bandwagon that so many of us have been on, I think it will be easier for us to stand in our femininity and to be taken care of like we used to be, you know? So somebody says, please do another video. Y'all want to talk about American Murder? The Family Next Door? Y'all want to talk about that? Y'all want to talk about that? Yeah. So that's the video. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget about the Deacon bundle. The Deacon bundle is on sale until, let me put it in the chat because I don't think we have moderators here with the link. This is the link to the Deacon bundle that is going on until Friday. This is 2 courses, the Femininity course and the Mind of the Man course. They're together and they are cheaper than the cost of one of my courses. So if you want that, it is available until Friday of this week, and you can get that. After that, they will be going back up to full price. So there's that, and yeah, I think that's it. So I'm Michaela Pink. The link is not working. What the heck? It'll be working after the video. It'll be working after the video. I'm Michaela Pink, and that's what I think. Bye.